I don't know where to begin. Could be the curves on your body, but then could be your hair, maybe your skin. Yeah, baby girl, I'm tryna get with you. Come, let me see what we get into. It don't even gotta be physical, long as that pretty face visible. Yeah.
Coffee. Ooh, yes. All right, let's do this. It's happening and it's happening fast. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ree. Hi. On this channel, we talk about a lot of things, mainly travel, life, and beauty. Those if you're interested in those things, one quick to do for you. Can you just make sure you hit subscribe? Por favor. We're just on our road to, is it what, 2K? So yes, definitely hit that subscribe. I have here my lovely cup of Joe from Nespresso. It's been one of the joys of 2022 for me personally. I love having an espresso machine. It's been giving me pure, I would say, raw joy. So today, y'all, I wanted to talk to you guys because I was looking for like chit chat videos. I want to get back to like just doing chit chat videos, but I wasn't sure what you guys might want to talk about. So I got a good suggestion off of Instagram where you should follow me at Life of ReHC. So one of the suggestions I got was that I should talk about how it's been 5 years since I've moved back home. So let's just do a little about me real quick and a little kind of like spilling my truth, so to speak. So I've lived in 3 countries so far in my life, like that I can't qualify as living in them. That would be, excuse me, that would be the Bahamas, where I was born and raised. So if you don't know, I'm from the Bahamas, born and raised, and then I left at 16 to start school in Canada. So I lived in Canada for 4 years to do my bachelor's degree. Come on, London, Ontario, shout out to the GTA, all that good stuff. And then I left Canada to move to Ann Arbor, Michigan, to do my master's of accounting at the Ross School of Business, the University of Michigan. Go Blue. Let's clear it up right there. I've had the lovely experience of between my late teens to like my early 20s living in those 3 countries. And after I completed my master's of accounting, I did like move back home to the Bahamas. So just like to be transparent, I did move back home because I got a scholarship, not only from the government here, but I also got a scholarship from my employer, or my future employer at the time, where like I signed something where if I get money towards my tuition, I would come back home for 3 years and work there. So that was one of the primary reasons why I moved back home. On top of that, before I signed it, I knew I wanted to move back home because at the time I was dating Kino, so I was like, you know, this guy. So I feel like it played a small factor in it. Come on, long distance lovers. Anyway, so I feel like I moved back home not only because quote unquote I had to, but also because I wanted to. So I kind of was obligated to stay, but I kind of had that choice to say, hey, I would like to move back home. And like it wasn't probably until now, till someone requested this video, that I realized you're not kind of like quote unquote obligated to live here anymore, like what's keeping you here sort of thing. So I wanted to film this video about moving back home from the Bahamas after you've lived in 2 great countries, like 2 of the greatest countries, like US and Canada, and like just managing that sort of change, and if I have any regrets about it at all. First of all, I'd just like to insert a huge point that society and then we ourselves, we put a lot of pressure on our 20s to try to figure things out, and I've recently removed that pressure from my life. So I feel like there was a lot of pressure in your 20s to figure out which city, which state, which career, like where you're going with your life. And I feel like I did experience a lot of that pressure in my early 20s. But as I have grown and developed, I've realized that, you know, life is what you make it, and it's okay to change. It's okay to develop. It's okay to evolve. Just because you want to stay in like one particular place for a while, like that doesn't really kind of like define you. I really feel like you can make it wherever you feel like you are meant to be, or you feel like you're present, or you feel like you're supposed to be, if you get me. So for example, I know it was like a lot of pressure because I feel like a lot of people would be like, yeah, I'm moving to New York, I'm moving to LA, I'm moving to Toronto, this and that. And I just was like, I guess I couldn't relate to that in my standpoint when I was in college. But looking back on it, I don't have any regrets, because I mean, yeah, I could have maybe pursued it a little bit different and tried to stay in Canada, maybe tried to stay in the US and see if I could get a job, because obviously, transparency moment, you make more money in those countries. The Bahamas has a piss poor minimum wage, to the point where like it doesn't even equate to the cost of living here. So definitely, I feel like if I stayed, I would have gotten more in terms of my career as a CPA and stuff like that, or even as a content creator, because those, like, YouTube is busting in those countries. But I don't know, would I have been happy? And that's the thing, like, I feel like my life would have been drastically different. So I'm pretty cool with who I am now, the woman I am now, and the life I have now. I have an adorable dog. I have, like, you know, I'm in the process of building, I'm trying to build my dream home. I close knit with my family and my friends here, and I have like chosen family in those countries of where I've lived. So I feel pretty content about my decision. I don't have any regrets. I just truly feel as though it's okay to kind of dive away from what can be the norm for like society, or for like people in their 20s to go find themselves. For me, it's braver to kind of like do this and kind of figure things out on your own, as opposed to what you feel like the pressures might be from, like I said, society and other people talking in your ear, being like, oh, you should just like go back. Because it definitely happens. I get that all the time. Why did I move back home? Why didn't I just stay over there, you know, collect the bread and stuff like that? But ultimately, I love my country. Like, I think there's a reason why people are moving from different countries, whether it be Canada or the US, and deciding to be residents in the Bahamas. It's a beautiful country. The waters are clear. I can't describe it any other way. But on top of that too, the people are kind. There's like just a sort of familiarity with it, where I feel like this is just naturally the place that I call home. And I definitely was nervous moving home, because as I said, I had all of my friends in Canada and my family in Canada that I chose, and the States as well. So it definitely was a learning curve moving back home, because I definitely didn't think I had like much friends. Like, I definitely feel like I really created a life over there. So really kind of like uprooting everything and moving home was a big adjustment. But it all worked out. I have a good much friends who went to school in the States or Canada, and we all moved back here. We hop on boats, we go to the beach, we live our best life in the hotels. Like, it's not a bad situation. I love the Bahamas as well, because there's close proximity to the US, close proximity to Canada. Literally just less than a 3-hour flight back to Toronto, literally a 30-minute plane to Miami. Like, 3 hours maybe or less to New York. So I don't feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm still able to tap into opportunities and experiences, and sometimes you just gotta do what makes sense for you. So it's not like I never ever so let me try to explain this in a way. I'm not kind of like set on being like, I'm living in Bahamas and this is where I'll stay for the next 30-40 years and this and that. I'm a very open, liberal person. If something happens in my life and I need to move to a different country, let's say global warming or something disastrous happens, you never know. So I'm open to just seeing where life takes me. Like, it's hurricane season, for example, and Bahamas has been known to have some destructive hurricanes where like lives have been lost and uprooted. So I don't feel like I'm that type of person anymore to say this is where I'll stay forever. Sometimes you might need to change up your situation. But what I will say is this. Another reason why I think I'm staying in the Bahamas now as a woman, I'm 26 years old. I think I want to have my kids here. And that's not to like call out the person I'm with. I'm just being honest and truthful with you guys. It's my family. I just personally, like, after the recent shootings in the US and just like learning so much about the different kind of like childcare systems like that, like, I feel like it's okay to be honest and say, you know what, like, I didn't grow up like that, and I don't feel like I would want to have my future kids grow up like that, if I could be honest. And I hope that's not too honest, and I hope that's not too raw. And obviously there are other reasons. There's pros and cons to every country. I can definitely dive deeper into that. But I think another major factor that really helps me to just stay a little grounded here is not only do I have property here that I'm working on building, but I also feel like this is a really good place for me potentially to start a family in the future. Because I almost, what, Jesus, I'm like 30 is legit. 30 is eyeing me in the corner, like peeking out of the hallway, like, what's good, girl? It's okay to be honest about, like, and start thinking about where you want to have your kids. I hope this isn't too raw and too real for y'all. Y'all, please don't come for me. If you're new here, this might not be the best first video for you because you might feel a lot of judgment or animosity. But let me clear that up. I love the US. I love Canada. I love everywhere. I just love, like, the people of the world. So I'm not coming with this with any hate, malice, judgment, nothing like that. I just want to have a real, honest, raw conversation with you guys, because it's okay to be honest and it's okay to have an opinion about these things, and I need to get used to being able to share my opinion on my platform without feeling like I'm being judged or ridiculed. So there you go. Like I said, once again, there are no regrets. One thing I really want to get into is real estate, and I'm realizing there are $1 million properties everywhere, and the Bahamas is such a small country that legitimately I'm very glad that I was able to kind of acquire property in my own country before it all gets bought out by these major corporations that are just seeing the wealth and the value here. Like, I think it's really great that I see the wealth and I see the value in my own country. And think about, like, Rihanna, for instance. Like, she is Bayesian. She grew up in Barbados, moved to the States to pursue a music career. Now is killing everything. She wants all of your coins. She wants your makeup. She wants your lingerie. She wants everything. Fenty baby is coming. Just prepare yourself. And she's still able to give back to Barbados in a way where literally she's being honored by their government. So I feel like there's room for us all to grow. But I think the world is more accepting of the fact that, hey, these small countries have people of valor. Like, yes, I might be from a small country, but I got big dreams, baby. There's more room for that in today's society, where I feel more comfortable about my decision. I don't feel like I am limited as a content creator or as a CPA by not living in the US or Canada. I feel like I can do some damage right here where I'm at, and I'm able to still travel and able to still connect with people from all around the world just off of that. So that's pretty cool. So this video was meant to just encourage somebody, if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, and you're just feeling like you're not doing things correctly, or you're not doing things in the norm. That's okay. Sometimes it's okay to branch off. If it feels good to you, that's all that matters. And if you're happy with your life, that's all that matters. Like, it doesn't matter what other people might think about you, or the fact that you feel like there's a lot of pressure to do something big or do something grand with your life and risk it all. Like, just find what makes you happy. And I would say, even so, find a place what makes you happy. Do what works best for your mental health, because at the end of the day, you gotta answer to you. I don't have to answer to you, unfortunately. I only have to answer to myself and God. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say, if you get me. So y'all, this has been a very, I think, raw, real chit chat. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts on the topic. I think either or is fine. Like, it doesn't matter where you live. It just matters, like, are you doing good? Are you happy? And are you comfortable with your life? You are not better if you decide to move somewhere or stay somewhere. We're all on the same ground. We're all on the same level field. We all can make an impact no matter where we are. No matter where you are in life, you can make an impact. You could be in New York and still impacting lives in the Bahamas. Like, you get that? So I just want to re-stress that there is no right, wrong decision. It's just the decision that works best for you. I feel like I've said that 17 times, but I really wanted to seep into something, someone's spirit, because I feel like these are things that we battle with so much. So thank you guys so much for being so open to this discussion, kind of letting me have that safe space to be able to talk to you guys about these things. If you have any other opinions about it, definitely drop it down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love if we have an open, honest conversation. You know, that's my favorite kind. As always, I appreciate you. I value you. Yeah, you bad. I can see you on the next one. Okay, bye.